side projects. So what are side projects? For me, they're just a way for you to try out new ideas, do new things, try a new bit of technology, do something that isn't what you do on a general day-to-day basis. So for me, a side project could be picking up a new bit of tech and seeing just exactly what it does. It might be that there's a new 360 camera out there, want to try it, have a go with it, come up with something unique and quirky to do with it, and then just run with that for a little while and see how interesting the things are that turn out, or how useful the things are that turn out. And then you can either decide to carry on further into that project, or you can just ditch it straight away. But kind of like, why are side projects important? For me, it's two things. It's about pushing yourself that little bit further, trying new things, and as well, it's just about having that creative output as well. You've got no client or no time frames or anything like that, so you've kind of got to really think about yourself. What can you get out of it? What can you do well? What can't you do well that you might want to try? And so for me, it's just about doing things differently. A side project for me could be visualizing Lego in some weird animational way, or taking a concept of building Lego but in a virtual reality setting. Then for me, kind of give you questions and possibilities that you don't get from the normal 9-to-5 stuff. And that for me is why personal projects are that important. So over the past couple of years, side projects have perhaps taken a little bit of a back step. But saying that, I think a lot of the developments recently in the business have come from side projects. Punch Infinity, for instance, started off as a side project, just purely seeing how feasible it was to do the interactive configurators. Could we create something useful out of that? Was it even feasibly possible? And so these were all the questions that were right at the start of that a couple of years ago, and that then developed into a client-led thing. Some of the other stuff that has been side projects, such as creating little short animations, short loops, that was fun to do, and I learned a lot from doing that. I found that doing them was really easy. It only took me an hour or so to do that, which is kind of what I tried to do a day, was try to do one a day. And I kind of got into that real routine of just doing it. But they got to that point where I'd maybe done 30 or 40 of them, and I stopped learning from it and I stopped finding them fun. And when it didn't become fun anymore, I didn't really see the point in doing it. And of course, it's motivation as well. I needed to have something to motivate me, to push me. So side projects have also included things like looking at creating interactive walkthroughs for things, or even just creating different visual styles of things, different visual concepts, and just sort of really playing with them and just seeing what happens. %99 of these little side projects get absolutely nowhere, and that 1% does. And it's all about that little 1% for me as well, that kind of you think, yeah, nailed it. Can we push this a little bit further? In the future as well, I really want to push side projects a little bit more, and I want to push Punch Digital side projects that little bit further as well. I want to be trying out new animation techniques, want to be creating new content, new different things that can be tested, thrown away or kept. It doesn't really matter too much, it's all about that process to get there. But one of the things that I am keen to try now, and this is going to be the next sort of personal project, is to create a short 30-second video based on the idea of reality being glitched ever so slightly. So without sounding too nerdy or too technical, it's just the idea of taking something in reality, morphing it, or playing with the reality of it while still it being visually very pleasing. So it could be, for instance, taking a car that's driving down the street and it starts floating off like that, or several wheels pop out from a side, or the roof comes off and you can see inside the car as it's moving, but in a real sort of visual, pleasing CGI way as well, because it doesn't want to be too different from what we do on the day-to-day basis, but it doesn't want to be very similar to what we do on a day-to-day basis either. And I think that kind of has real legs. So it's a mix of a bit of motion graphics, bit of CGI, bit of animation, and hopefully if we mash them all together over a few months, we might be able to come up with something that looks kind of cool and interesting. So that's going to be the future of that for the next few months. There are going to be quite a lot of things posted on Instagram, hopefully, that'll show the progress of this. So definitely check out the Instagram page if you can, and follow us on that. And yeah, we'll try to keep you updated. But there's one quote that I want to finish with that I think kind of really sums up the mentality of personal projects and pushing yourself further. And that is, if you ain't the lead dog, the view never changes. And for me, that just sums everything up. Okay, back next month with another vlog. Subscribe to us, drop me a comment if you have any questions, and just keep an eye out for these updates. Thank you, see you soon.